Welcome back to my class. So as we are knowing that there are different forms of the frequency diagram. We have seen, let us see, frequency diagram is having the form of histogram. It is having the frequency polygon, a frequency curve, and ogive. So today we'll discuss ogive, and let us see this ogive is also known as cumulative frequency curve, and cumulative frequency curve is of two types. One is called less than cumulative frequency, another one is called more than cumulative frequency. Here in this diagram, we'll discuss that how can we plot less than and more than ogive, or less than and more than cumulative frequency on a graph paper, and how can we calculate median, the value of median graphically. So let us see this ogive. I told you it is also called cumulative frequency curve. It is of two type. One is called less than type, and another one is called more than type. So less than type and more than type. Less than means less than ogive or less than cumulative frequency. Another one is called more than type or more than cumulative frequency. So while we'll draw the less than and more than cumulative frequency, firstly we have to calculate the less than and more than cumulative frequency, and we'll plot on a graph paper. Let us see. I have already taken one example of the NCERT textbook of class 11. This frequency distribution of marks obtained in mathematics by 64 students are given. So let us see the marks. Here it is given number of students. There are 6 students who have got the marks between 0 to 20. 5 students have got the marks between 20 to 40. 33 students have got the marks between 40 to 60. 14 students have got the marks between 60 to 80. 6 students have got the marks between 80 to 100. So total number of students are 64. So less than cumulative frequency means, let us see this, how many students have got the marks less than 20. So less than 20, how many students have got the marks less than 20 means these 6 students have got the marks less than 20. Then how many students have got the marks less than 40? It means 6 plus 5. This 11 students have got the marks less than 40. How many students have got the marks less than 60? So this 6, 5, then 33. All these three this means this is 44. So all these 44 students have got the marks less than 60. 44 students have got the marks less than 60. And how many students have got the marks less than 80? So we'll add this 14, this 8, and this is 58. So 58 students have got the marks less than 80. And how many students have got the marks less than 100? So all 64 students. So 58 plus 6, this is 64. So this 64 students have got the marks less than 100. So this is less than. We'll plot this less than on a graph paper. I told you what can we do. While we plot the less than on a graph paper, we'll take the cumulative frequency on y-axis and class intervals, or mass is plotted on x-axis. So mass is plotted on horizontal axis and the frequency, cumulative frequencies are plotted on the vertical axis. Here, while we draw the less than cumulative frequency, here we have, see, we'll take the upper limit, corresponding upper limit of the class interval, and we'll take the cumulative frequency. Let us see, here it is given less than cumulative frequency less than 20. How many students have got the marks less than 20? So less than 20, how many students are there? 6 students are there. So less than 20, we'll take the upper limit. In the less than, we'll take the upper limit of the class and we'll take the cumulative frequency. So upper limit is here, upper limit is 20, we'll take the 20 and then we'll take the 6. So 20 and 6, if we'll take the 6, here we'll take the 20, here we'll take the 6. So we'll get one coordinate over here. So this coordinate, we can join this coordinate. From here, we can join this. Then let us see, less than 60. Less than 60, how many students are there? 11 students. Less than 40, 11 students are there. 40 and 11. Here, 11 and 40. So here, this coordinate will come. We'll join this. Then less than 60 are 44. 60 and 44. 60 and 44. 44 will come over here. Here, 44. 44. 44. 44. So here, suppose 44. So we'll join this. Then less than 80, 58. 80 and 58. 80 and 58. Here 58. So suppose here 58. We'll join this. Then less than 100, 64. Less than 100, 64. This is 100, 64. 64. This is. We'll join this point. So this curve is known as, this is called less than ogive. So this is called less than ogive, or this is called less than cumulative frequency. Let us see, we have seen this less than ogive curve is increasing. It means, let us see, cumulative frequencies are increasing and this x-axis is also increasing. So this curve, ogive curve, this less than ogive, this curve is in increasing order. Let us see what is the shape of the more than cumulative frequency. So firstly, what can we do? We can calculate the this more than. More than means more than 0. How many students have got the marks more than 0? You please tell me, how many students have got the marks more than 0? It means all students have got the marks more than 0. It means 64 students have got the marks more than 0. Question arises, how many students have got the marks more than 20? So more than 20, how many students? 64 minus 6. It means 64 minus 6 is how many? So 58 students have got the marks more than 20. How many students have got the marks more than 40? So let us see, 58 minus 5. This is how many? 53. 58 minus 5. This is 53. It means 53 students have got the marks more than 40. Question arises, how many students have got the marks more than 60? It means 53 minus 33. 53 minus 33, it is how many? 20 students. So 20 students have got the marks more than 60. Question arises, how many students have got the marks more than 80? So more than 80, 20 minus 14. This is 6. It means there are 6 students who have got the marks more than 80. So this is cumulative frequency of more than, this is the more than cumulative. Why do we draw the more than cumulative frequency on a graph paper? We'll take the lower class limits and cumulative frequency. We'll take the lower class limit, and lower class limit is 0. So 0, here we'll take the lower class limits and we'll take the cumulative frequency. So 0 and 64. This is 0 and 64. 64 will come over here. Then 20 and 58. This is 20 and 58. Here 58. Suppose 20 and 58. Then 40 and 53. 40 and 53. 53 and 40. 40 and 53. 53. So here we can take 40 and 53. 40. 40 and 53. Suppose we'll plot here, please. So 53, suppose. Here we'll get one coordinate over here. So this, we can join this. We can join this. Then let us see 60 and 20. 60 and 20. This is 60 and 20. 20. 60 and 20. Suppose this is 60 and 20. We can join this. We can join this. Here there is no hard and fast rule. You can use your smooth hand also to the curve. Curve actually should be drawn with a smooth hand. So you can draw like this also. And then let us see this 60, then 60 and 20, 80 and 6. So more than 80, how many students? 6 a student. More than 80, 6 a student. So here it is. We can join this. And last we can join the 100. So let us see. We have seen this curve is more than time. This is more than ogive. More than ogive is also called more than cumulative frequency. Less than ogive is also called less than cumulative frequency. Here more than ogive, it is decreasing. This curve is decreasing, and less than ogive, this is increasing. And both the curve will intersect at one point. And from this intersection point, we drop one line on x-axis. Let us see, we can drop one line on x-axis. Let us see, we can drop one line on x-axis. And let us see, this point we have got, and this point is known as median. So this point, we can measure this point on a graph paper. This may be 53 or maybe 54 or 53. So on a graph paper, the exact the location will come on the graph paper. So this intersection, from this intersection, we'll drop one line on x-axis, and this will give us the value of median. So this is also a graphical representation of median. If in the examination it is asked that plot or means locate the value of median graphically, then what can you do? You have to find out less than cumulative frequency and more than cumulative frequency, and then you will plot on a graph paper, and you will get one intersection, and from the value of from the intersection you will drop one line on horizontal axis, and then you will measure, and this value will be known as the value of median. I think the concept of ogive is clear to all of you. Okay, thank you.